Welcome back to the Bold Roads on Tour, and it's me, Michael, today, and behind the camera is...
Hi, I'm Carol.
Are you alright?
Yeah, not so bad.
Right, this video that we're going to do today is the first of a series of videos we'll be doing, and what we're looking at is advice for people who are new to caravanning. Caravan newbies, beginners, call them whatever you like. And we're going to start with the very fundamentals today, the very basic, which are the wheels. Now, the thing is with the wheels, the wheel has only that much contact with the road, my palm size. So it's very, very important we look after them. And what I'm going to do is take you through a few steps that we do with the wheels, and most of this we do before we go out on every journey. First of all, I've got to get down on my knees.
And then you've got to get up again.
That's the problem. Now this is where Carol likes me, is down on my knees. Now if you come round here and have a look at the wheel here, you'll see there's a red lock on it. That's called the Alko wheel lock. Now believe it or not, when I first got one of these I didn't know how to put it on, so I'm going to show you first of all how to take it off, and then when we finish what we're going to do today, how to put it back on again. With the Alko wheel lock you get a nice little bag with a wrench in it and a little box of gubbins. Open it up and it's got that sort of stuff in. Now I'm going to put my gloves on because I've got to look after my delicate hands, because I do a lot of washing up. To take the Alko wheel off, first of all you'll see there's a black rubber thing on the lock itself. That's a dust cap or water cap. All you do is just get hold of it, pull it, off it comes. That's simple, isn't it? And there's even a little receptacle for it inside this little black box, and it goes in like that.
So you don't lose it.
That's it. Then what you've got to do is unlock the lock. And for that I need a key, which I have here. And all you do, pop the key in the lock, put your thumb on the little bit at the side, turn it and pull it. And that's the lock coming out. And you know what? There's even a receptacle for this in this box. It goes in there like that. Sorry, that one. It goes like
Right place.
so it's in right place, and that little dust cap just sits like that. Right, once you've done that, next job to do is to get this key device here. Now that looks like the end of a wheel lock key for a car. It's very, very important that you get that locked in properly into the lock, because if you burr that off or wear it off, your lock's going to be staying on. So you just insert that into that hole, twist it till it locks like that, and get your wrench, pop it on, and remember, lefty lefty, loosey loosey.
Righty loosey.
Righty righty, tighty tighty. This should not be really tight to unloose, because the actual lock holds it in, and then all you do by your hand is just twist, keep twisting, and then as magic it all comes off. Now take that back out, put that back in its proper receptacle, and then that pops out, which goes into the receiver, and that bit as well, and that goes in there like that.
You got a place for that as well?
Yeah, look, there's a place for that as well. And then you've got a yellow bit.
Oh, heck.
Now this is important for if you're going down the road. So you get your yellow bit, and if you look right, I don't know if you can get it in there, Carol.
Come in.
Right down there, you'll see. Go down a bit. That's it.
There.
You've got it.
There.
That's the actual receiver in the Alko chassis, and this yellow dust cap just goes in there, and you tighten it up. Says he. That's it. Oh no, it isn't. Anyway, you get the idea. It's probably because I've got gloves on. Thank God for editing. There we go. And just when you've got it tapped in, on the end of your wrench here you've got a little black bit that just goes into the end of the yellow bit. Just tighten it again, righty righty, tighty tighty.
Like screwdriver.
and that's it, yeah, and that's tight. So that when you're going down the road, I don't know if you can see it there, Carol, you can see the receiver's got a yellow dust cap in it, just protects the threads as you're going down the road. So all this lot slides into there, and it all goes into my little bag, which you can zip up like so, and you can pop it either in your caravan or your boot. There we go, that's that. So I'll put that to one side. Right, now onto the wheel. So if you come round here, Carol, you'll see that the wheel's got 5 wheel studs. Now it's very, very important every time you go out with your caravan that you torque your wheels up to the right setting. Now we've got a torque wrench here. It's one I bought from a local hardware shop, car spare shop, and it has a 19mm socket on the end. 19mm is the standard. Now different caravan wheels and different caravans have different torque settings. The torque setting on an alloy wheel such as this is higher than a steel wheel that was on our other caravan, and the actual torque setting on this is actually put on the maker's plate, which is near the door. It says wheel torque for steel 80 Newton meters, alloy 130 Newton meters. So I've set that to 130 Newton meters. Now all you do when you tighten your wheel nuts up with the torque wrench, you do them in a set sequence. You don't go round clockwise or anti-clockwise. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, lastly 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, that one last. So all you do to make sure your wheel nuts are tightened up, pop the torque wrench on and then just push, and you'll hear a click like that. That means the wheel is up to the torque setting. So I've done that wheel. I'll do this one.
Opposite one.
Opposite, yeah. Yet again, another satisfying click means it's okay. Then I go up to this one. Oh, I've had my Weetabix this morning. Hang on. Put one there. That's it. And then down to that one. And then lastly, that one. Now, when the caravan goes into a service, sometimes the engineer, especially if it's a mobile service, will get you to witness him torquing the actual wheel nuts up. All right, right. She was waving at me, I don't know why. So just do that as well. Also, when you've had your caravan service, you might find in your caravan one of them left in the caravan, and you might think, oh, they forgot to put a nut on somewhere. This is actually a hub nut, and it's what they call an Alko one-shot hub nut. So when they service the caravan and check the brakes and things like that and the bearings, they actually take the old one off, which this is, and put you a brand new one on. They have to leave a pair of these in the caravan or give them to you after the service to prove that they've actually done the work. That's a one-shot hub nut. You must never use these again. That's one I've just kept in my box because that's what I do. Right, so we've dealt with the wheels, onto the tyres now. Now, one of the things you've got to notice on the tyres is that they don't wear out tread-wise. What happens is, because they're stud along wire caravans, they tend to crack around the edge of the tyre, or they'll go crazed. That's caused by two things: the tyre being in the same place for a long time, and also UV radiation from the sun can perish the tyre. Two ways we can deal with this. First way is by using this gadget. That's called a tyre saver. When we lay Connie up for the winter, what we do is jack the caravan up, and that slides under the wheel like that. We drop the caravan wheel back on top of that, and what it's doing, it's spreading the weight of the tyre around the base of the tyre saver. So that's taking the pressure off that one point that it's on now and puts it onto there. The other thing we do, and I haven't got them with me because they're locked away, well, they're not stored away, is we put covers over the wheels. They slide over the wheels, fasten behind, and that protects the tyre from the weather. The other thing to notice with the tyres, as I said, the tread doesn't wear out, but what does happen is they get out of date. Now I'm going to ask Carol to come in very, very close and see if she can pick up where my finger is, and it should say 0122. Yep.
Yep.
Now that's a lozenge. Okay, that's fine. That's telling me that this tyre was made on the first month of 2022. Now the tyre life of a caravan tyre is 5 years. That's a recommended time for it to be changed. It can go to 7 years at a push, but it's not something I'd like to do. So always keep an eye on. So this is 0122. It's now 2025. So I know I've got 2 more years on these tyres before I need to replace them. So that's the thing you know to do as well. Also, you've got to make sure that the tyre for the caravan is actually designed for a caravan, that it'll actually take the weight. Okay, next thing to do on a caravan tyre is to make sure the pressures are all right. Now I'm lucky here because I've got my own workshop which is nearby, and we've got our own compressor. Now yet again with a caravan, the tyre pressures are higher than they would be on a car, and on this one it's 64 psi, and the reason it's so high is because this caravan's been upplated to 1500 kilos, and so that it needs a little bit more wind in the tyres. This job I'm going to do now, together with torquing the wheel nuts up, must be done every time you go out with the caravan, because the first time you don't do it, that's the first time you're going to have problems. It's peace of mind. I do it about a couple of days before we leave to go on a trip, just to make sure everything's all right. So before I blow the tyre up, quick look around the tyre, make sure it's all right. And also don't forget you've got a tyre at the other side, and underneath there's a spare wheel. Now what I'm going to do now is have a look underneath, because the spare wheel's on a carrier. I don't know if Carol can come round here and see this. Well, if you go over there, yeah, and just bob down.
Where is it?
It's there, look, where I'm pointing to. Right? You got it there?
Yeah.
That's in there. Right, that's your Alko spare wheel carrier. Once every year, at least, just take that off and check your spare wheel, make sure the tyre pressure's all right. Also, a good tip, and it's something that I always do, is have a good look underneath the caravan, just to check there's no wires hanging off, no pipes come loose, nothing that can cause a problem. Always better to do it while you're under there. Always have a good look underneath. Right, back to the tyre. So we've checked the tyre's fine, it's okay. Take the dust cap off. Nope, cap's gone. Now she said that.
I'll find it.
We'll find it, don't worry. It's just here a minute ago. It's gone into gravel, right. Right, so all we do, get the end of the hose, pop it on like that, and it's now showing me that it's on 60 psi. So it needs a bit of wind. So just pull the trigger, take it up. That's it, up to 64 psi. Especially if you've not used your caravan for a little while, you will find that you will need to just top a little bit of air in the tyres. Not only do I do these tyres, obviously the spare area so often, but I do these every time I go out. Check your car tyres as well, because you'll find that if you're pulling the caravan, you'll need a higher pressure in your car tyres. Ours, Volvo, that runs at 39 psi. Pop the valve back on, and the job's a good one. Final job, as Carol comes back round here again, is to put this Alko lock back on. Now the Alko lock's easier put on than said than done, because you can bet your bottom dollar when you park the caravan up, the receiver, the yellow thing in there, doesn't match up with where you want to put the lock. So you maybe have to move your caravan forwards and backwards a bit just to get it in place. So we get our Alko bag back out again, unzip it, like so, get the bits out, and the little box tricks. First job is to remove that yellow bung or yellow dust cap. So it's lefty lefty, loosey loosey. Undo that, pop your hand in, take it off. Oh, a word of warning with this as well, always make sure the handbrake's on. You don't want the caravan running away. So you take that out, a little plastic box, undo it, pop that in, and then we need the bits and pieces out to pop the lock back on. So you've got your lock there, lock number 36. That means that it fits this caravan. Different caravan wheels have got different lock numbers. Get that piece there with the castellated bit that you put your lock nut onto. Just drop that into the slot, like so, and then you just pop that on to the wheel, like so, and then you get your little key wrench, pop that in. Yet again, as I said before, make sure that you fully lock it into place, like so, and then just twist it. Use your hand, do it hand tight to start with, and you'll feel the lock tightening on. When it's hand tight, yet again, little wrench you get with the kit, just twist it round until it tightens. Don't over tighten it, just tighten it enough so that it just stops like that. That's all you have to do. If you over tighten it, you've got to get the thing off. Take that out, pull that out, that goes back in its little receptacle. Isn't that clever? And then you need the locking mechanism, which is that. Get the lock out, pop the key in, and make sure that them little balls there just flop about. You see them? Pop it in the hole, just hold the outside rim of the lock and then turn it, and that's it locked in. And then finally, little black dust cap goes on there. That wheel is nice and secure. Whatever you do, I know it's a bit of a faff to put one of these on, but you'll generally find your insurance company insists that that's fitted. And the last thing you want is to have your caravan stolen and then you have to admit the fact you've forgot to put the lock on. So try and make sure you put that on. Pop all the bits that you've got back in the box into the bag, zip that up, and that's it. So I'm going to try and get, this is a funny bit, this. So that's a guide to how we look after our wheels and our tyres and our locks on a caravan. Especially useful for beginners or newbies or new people. If you've liked this video, please like and subscribe, give us a thumbs up. So from Carol, it's
Ta-ra.
see you soon.